Hello friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I know time is gonna go by here really fast as the holiday just kind of tend to keep us so busy. But I thought I'd turn on the camera and bring you along since I missed upload last Friday. So what I did is I just kind of cut as much as I could out of the mask pattern, and I was able to cut about 3.5 inches square, and I had cut that in half, so I ended up with 1 3/4 strip. So I did that with all of my fabric. Now you can see here I have a little bit of red, white, and blue going on, and some Christmas. So we're doing some Christmas coasters. And here what I did, I really wanted to use this stripe. I tell you, I have a hard time working with stripe. I don't know why, they just don't look right to my eyes, but this is the best I could come up with. So I went ahead, I was gonna go 3 different colors, but it just was not working out. I didn't like the way it was looking. So let me show you and tell me what you guys think. I mean, that doesn't look bad, but that stripe is just sticking out like a sore thumb in my eye. So I don't know what you guys think. Tell me. Even if I put this on, it just does not look right. So I decided I'm just gonna go like this, just to balance the eye there, and just go like that. I like that look anyway. So my theme is I'm gonna go three little strips. Originally I wanted 3 different patterns, like this one. This one, I wasn't sure either how I'm gonna lay them out. This is kind of what I ended up with. That didn't look good to me somehow. If I put this, maybe this one might look good. Not too bad, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of similar, but I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I kind of like this one better. I'm looking at it on my viewfinder here, and I kind of like this better than this one. So we are moving this aside like so and like so. So what we're gonna do is we are going to quilt as you go. Now, disclaimer, I'm not a quilter, and I've just always believed that if you put your mind into it, you could make it happen. And practice makes perfect. I trust in that thought. So and it never fails me. So we are gonna go quilt as you go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. I want to put the center in there. Now, the center piece, I want it centered, and then I'm gonna go flip this face side up together. I'm gonna move my backing, and I'm gonna take it to my sewing machine and sew 1/4 inch seam allowance this way, and then it's gonna end up flipping like so. Okay, and then we're gonna take the other piece, right side together, and then sew 1/4 inch like so. And from there we are going to just quilt it with straight line. I'm just gonna use my sewing foot to kind of use as a guide, just so we can keep it straight. So let's take you to the sewing machine. Okay friend, the stitches looks good. I think we fixed the problem. So where were we? I was saying that you would wanna match your thread to your fabric when you're quilting this, but I don't want to have to change my thread. So what I decided to do is just quilt the section where there's the red strip. So I'm not quilting the blue stars fabric here, I'm just quilting along the red strip. So that will eliminate me from having to change my thread all the time. Sometimes we get lazy that way. So that looks really pretty. I like that. So let's try it again. So we're gonna start with our centerpiece. I think, I'm not sure if I had mentioned this yet either. I think I started, but I'm not sure. Forgive me if I'm repeating myself here, but you also want to give yourself a little bit of room with your batting. My batting is pre-cut already. Oops, see what I did? I have it wrong side. So my batting is pre-cut already, and so I'm just working with what I have basically. My batting is 4 1/4 square, and so if I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, I'm obviously losing that 4 inch square, but it's pretty close, approximately 4 inch square. But you definitely want to give yourself plenty of space, so I suggest you cut your batting and your fabric, you know, obviously a little bit. Make room, basically make room for that seam allowance. Okay, so at this point I'm just working with whatever I have available at hand. I've had this batting sitting for a while, and I kind of want to just use some, so that's what I'm using. But technically you want to give yourself a good working room for any seam allowance and trimming if you want the right size of coasters in the end. So here we go. I got red. Now I'm just gonna top quilt that over on that red, so I don't have to change my thread. And then I have one more, so I can do that. There, looks pretty. Now we're gonna do the same thing, right side together, 1/4 inch seam allowance, stitch, I don't like the plastic bobbin. Sometimes when the tension gets really tight, they broke in pieces, and I did that. I wound the whole bobbin. It was filled with thread, and then it broke off. So I wasted all that thread. Let me show you. It was a mess. It was a mess I had. Look at all this mess. There's my bobbin. There's the 1/2 of the bobbin. Wasted the fabric. I don't know where the other half. Oh, here's the other half. It broke off in half because the tension on the threader was bad. It was super tight. So let's do one more time on top of that red. I think this looks pretty the way we we had lined up our fabric. It looks really nice. So that's what they're looking right now. I'm going to continue working on them, and then I will bring you along. Well, why don't I go ahead and finish one up right now? Okay, right side facing together. Thread is what I don't like the most about sewing thread. Oh, this long thread. Trimming so much. Okay, so this is what we have. You can pin this if you like. Okay, and then we're gonna keep an opening around the top to flip the project right side out, and then we're gonna seam a 1/4 seam allowance on top, and then we'll flip it over. You want to back tack here, because when we flip it over, you don't want to rip the stitching when we flip it over. Okay, we're coming up to that section now. All right. So we seam around it, make sure I touched everything, and now we're just gonna trim. And you can even flip it over on the side like so, to make sure that you caught all your fabric. And it looks like we did. We might be a little close over here, but I think we'll be fine. So trim the edge so there's not a lot of bulk when we flip it. I am leaving this section long, and we'll just trim this much. And then turn it. More trimming on those threads. Okay. Yeah, just remember to give yourself plenty of room for that seam allowance the next time when you make it, you know, and I'm certainly going to do that when I do make them again, so I don't lose my 4-inch square. So that's why I like this, so I can really give it a good push there. And then I'm going to go take my seam ripper, just the tip of it, and push that corner so we have a sharp point there. And all you do is pull this nice and taut. It will naturally line up to the way the fabric, the seam, it'll follow the seam, and then that's it. Now we're just gonna top stitch it, and our coaster, quilted coaster, is done. Make sure it's nice and straight. You can iron it if you like, but I don't need to iron it. That just means more. Okay, and then you just stop stitch 1/4 inch all around, just to give it a nice finished. Bulky on the point. My machine just does not want to move smoothly. I tell you, I prefer my treadle over electric sewing machine. Okay, very nice. Oh, it looks really nice. All right, more string to cut. My favorite thing to do when I'm sewing. But there it is. How pretty. It looks really nice. There's the back. And you got yourself a cute little coaster. So let me go finish this up, and then I'll show you the finish. Now you don't have to use the same fabric I used. You can certainly use any fabric you want. Some floral. I'm just doing it in this particular fabric just because of the holiday. But coasters are can be used at any given day, right? So you can use anything, any prints you want. It can even be sewed. Denim works great as well. So have fun with it. It's super easy. Here they are, friends. They turn out so pretty. I love them. It's the red one. I love that one too. That's what they look like on the back. Super easy. I hope you give it a try. Great items to give as a gift. Simple, super easy to make, and fast. Oh, I really like how they turned out. I hope you guys give it a try and let me know how you like the project. It is really ideal for a beginner sewer. I think it's really easy, nothing but straight stitches. Alright friends, I'll go ahead and end this here. I hope you enjoyed the project today. Until then, take care, and we will chat with you again really soon.